Okay, so I have gained like 40,000 followers since I've done like a property tour type thing. So let's go ahead and do that. My little homestead property. So I'm at kind of the top of where I started. And here's my 360-degree bird cage that I built for all my chickens and ducks. And this is where I originally started my production, is that 8x8 chicken coop cabin, which we'll go take a look at that right now. So I used old pallet wood. It's maple 1x4s or 1x3s even. And I got them for really, really cheap, but it's a guy called the Pallet Guy who breaks down old pallets and stacks them up, and he sold me a whole bundle of this wood for like 60 bucks, and I built the whole thing basically out of that and some 2x4s. And then I got this door, this window thing, which is pretty cool because this window comes up. Got that for free on Craigslist. And then this dresser I got for free for all the brooding boxes. And there's my brood whore sitting on eggs. And then here's my baby. It's just a couple weeks old back there, and that's Mama that's protecting her. Everybody else seems to be outside. But this is my chicken coop, and I did learn, so you don't have to clean up so much poop. Only have one roosting bar inside your chicken coop that's over something like this, so I can just scoop this up, and it's really easy to clean up. But then back on this other side, what I'm going to be doing is lining my metal panels up against there to give them some more protection. And this is where I'm building my outhouse. I'm going to extend my deck right here to come out, attach to this tree, come out here, and I'm going to have a toilet with a nice big bench seat and a pipe for ventilation system and a back thing where I can lift up, and this is how I get to the bucket that I shit in. And then I will have my shower probably like right here on this wall, and my drain underneath, and my drain pipe's gonna go underneath my deck and into the water trough that you see way over there. And same with my sink. I'm gonna run a pipe underneath there, go under the deck and into that water trough, and that's what I'm gonna use to water all of my plants, gardens, and vegetables, which I've been stacking all this dead wood in the bottom. Then I'm gonna get natural mulch on top of that. And then I'm going to put a bunch of chicken shit and coffee grinds and eggshells on top of that. And then I'm going to put a bunch of really good soil on top of that, and then we'll start planting some plants. But this is my property. I had an excavator when I first started. That's how I got the road kind of in. I hand built an RV pad. I dug out for the pond, and I'm going to eventually finish that. I have some cool plans for this, but I'm not going to do this for a while. I'm going to level out all this mound, and I'm going to stack these rocks a lot higher so that it's level with this mound. And that pond's going to be like 8 feet deep and 15 feet by diameter. And I'll be able to jump into it from my deck. And then I'm going to fence it all off. And I'm going to make it my bird enclosure or my duck enclosure and separate them from the chickens because they don't always get along. But this is also on my property that burnt down. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I think this is where I'm going to finish my road to eventually go up to the top of my property, and I'm going to build a whole nother, that's where like my housing complex, if this ever becomes a community homestead, which I want it to be, all of our houses will be up there. RVs, tiny homes, earth ships, whatever the fuck we end up doing. But then this will just be our community hangout, deck area, barbecue. There's our fire pit. There's my big fire pit that I made out of rock. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet. I'll eventually use this for the winter. And this is the very first wall to my castle, which will be my bedroom, my central point security type of building. But yeah, so I'm going to stack rocks all the way up, all along there, go all the way down there, and the fire pit will basically be like the end of the room. So it's a good 20 by like 25 foot bedroom that will be like my little rock tower, and then I'll have like a deck platform on top of that to overlook all the valley. I got a lot of really cool plans. It's gonna be a lot of fun, but I gotta start getting my content to pick up so that I can make more money to start funding this operation. There's plenty to do, but there's also a prioritizing, like I can't really do this until I've done this, and if I do this, then it looks like I live here and I'm gonna have to start paying permits and yada, 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 yada. So I gotta be careful on what I do first, when, how, and all that good shit. But my next step is finishing the greenhouse, getting my food started, getting my outhouse done on the other side of the greenhouse, and having my hot water shower and a composting toilet so I can actually start my compost, which will be on the other side of my property, which I'll show you that in another video. That's where I'm going to have my goats, because there's actually vegetation over there. But anyways, this video is getting way too long. But you wanted a property tour, there it was. I love you, and stick around. It's gonna be a great adventure. It's gonna take me a couple years to really finish everything, so I'm just getting started. I've only been doing this like 9 or 10 weeks, and thanks for the question. Love you guys.